30-year-old Kevin Chad McLemore is behind bars and is accused of killing his roommate 62-year-old Terran Lyndon Drummond. On the 7th of October, Terry was reported missing from his home at 1149 Harvey Drummond Road in Bremen, Alabama. Kevin made the missing persons report claiming that he last saw Terry alive when he left for work at around 6:30 a.m. on the 4th of October. On Wednesday, the 11th of October, Walker County detectives went to Terry's home and executed a search warrant. When they looked in the back, they discovered a makeshift grave covered in concrete blocks. They took the blocks apart and found dismembered remains in the 4-foot shallow grave. Charging documents said that Kevin dismembered Terry's body, put the remains in the garbage can, filled the garbage can with concrete and buried the victim under a set of stairs outside the home. Walker County Sheriff Nick Smith described the scene as gruesome. "I've been in law enforcement for almost 20 years. I've never seen anything quite like it," he said. Authorities said that Terry was killed on the 8th of September, and Kevin buried his remains 2 days later. Terry's remains have been sent to the Alabama Department of Forensic Sciences for further testing. The cause of death has not yet been released. Authorities have not released a possible motive in the killing. However, Terry was a registered sex offender and was convicted on the 8th of June 2015 of second-degree sodomy, enticing a child for immoral purposes, and travelling to meet a child for an unlawful sex act. Kevin is charged with murder and abuse of a corpse and remains held at the Walker County Jail. The investigation into the matter continues. A couple are behind bars and each face a myriad of charges after leaving their 4-year-old child home alone. On Thursday, the 12th of October, authorities responded to a residence at 4980 Springfield Road in Franklin, Kentucky to perform a welfare check on a girl at the residence. A man who was delivering a package had gone to the wrong house when he made several attempts to contact people in the home and discovered a young girl beating on the window and crying. He thought it was peculiar, so he contacted the Simpson County Sheriff's Office. When deputies arrived at the premises, they found the young girl home alone padlocked in a bedroom. Deputies learnt that the parents, 28-year-old Morgan Soper and 30-year-old Jonathan Jenkins, had been leaving their child home throughout the day for quite some time. They were booked into the Simpson County Jail and each charged with 89 counts of first-degree wanton endangerment, 89 counts of endangering the welfare of a minor, and 1 count of second-degree criminal abuse of a child 12 or under. Morgan is a director of a childcare facility called KinderCare and has been put on administrative leave since her arrest. The investigation into the matter continues. 39-year-old Robert Carter is behind bars for sexually assaulting his stepdaughter. Robert began abusing the girl when she was 7 years old in 2008. At the time, Robert was married to the girl's mother. The assaults occurred in Houston, Texas area at the home, at Robert's grandmother's house, in the office of Greater Bible Way Church where he worked as a pastor, and in parking lots. The girl, who is now 22, told police that when she was 7, Robert went into her bedroom and made her perform sex acts on him. After that night, she said he made it a regular occurrence. It started with Robert disrobing in front of her in her bedroom, exposing himself and bribing her with candy. The girl told police that the sexual acts occurred more than 600 times. Robert drove the girl to school and would pull up in the vehicle behind a H-E-B supermarket and sexually abuse her, sometimes making her watch pornography on his cell phone. She became pregnant with Robert's child when she was 16. She wore baggy clothes to conceal her pregnancy, and she gave birth to a baby boy in a closet. Robert then took the child from her and dropped him off at a fire station. At one point, the girl told Robert that she was not doing this anymore, and he got mad and threatened her by saying, "If you don't do this, I promise you're going to regret it. I'm going to make your life a living hell." The sexual assaults ended in 2020 when the girl turned 19. On the 9th of October 2023, Robert was arrested and charged with continuous sexual abuse of a child and sexual assault of a child under the age of 17. He's held at the Harris County Jail on a $200,000 bond. The investigation into the matter continues.